guys, I am here with my friend Ashley, and Ashley has some beautiful blue eyes that she would like me to bring out for her. So I've put foundation on her already, and we're going to move on to the eyes. And I'm going to start by defining her eyebrows. And she's got lighter eyebrows, but they're not quite as light as Annie, if you saw that video before. So I'm using Anastasia's Brow Wiz in Taupe. And this is a really good color for blondes. And Ashley has nicely shaped eyebrows already, so we just have to fill in like just little spots that are sparse. And Ashley is pregnant, so she has this wonderful glow about her. We're very excited.
Yes.
How far?
14 weeks.
14 weeks. She's just getting a belly.
Mm-hmm. Just to the point where nothing quite fits.
So I'm putting on Urban Decay's primer. It comes in a bunch of different colors, but this is the original one is my favorite just because it goes on clear. There's no like shine or shimmer, it's just clear, and it kind of helps to, if you have like veins, you know, on your eyelids, it helps to erase the look of those, and it also helps to have your eyeshadow go on smoother and then stay on. All right, so we are going to use browns because browns bring out blue, and I'm going to list the colors like I always do. But I'm going to use browns, and then I'm going to use blues just to line her eyes to bring out the actual blue part. So I'm going to use a light color to highlight underneath her brow. So this you can use the highbrow, you can use Anastasia's Brow Duality. Those are both sticks, or you can use a light eyeshadow color, which is what I'm doing now. So this is like a brow lift via makeup. Okay, so you can see her eyebrows are lifted, right? Mm-hmm. So high.
Less expensive than surgery.
All right, and so I am using a little bit of a darker color. This is pretty much like a flesh tone to apply all over her lid. Pretty much between the lid and the eyebrow, it goes right in the middle. So I'm not putting it directly on her lash line, I'm putting it in between. So right below, I'm not putting it over what I just did under her eyebrows. Putting it in the middle. And then that provides a nice base for these darker colors. And this is Texture. I know that. I always forget what this one is. Soft brown. All right, soft brown is one of my favorites to use on brides because it's very natural, but it does provide a little bit of definition. So I'm putting this into the crease from the outer corner to the middle of her eye. And this color is awesome for bringing out blues in eyes. Soft brown. Same thing on this other side. I want to make sure you guys can see. So again, that's going on in the crease from the outer corner toward the middle. And we want to stay on the outside of the eye because whenever you apply dark colors to the inner corner of the eye, it makes your eye appear dark, smaller. So if you keep the darker colors on the outside, rather than having them in the inside, it will keep your eye looking open and wider, bigger. So sometimes when I put dark shadow on my inner corners, I'm like, why do I look so weird? That's why. Okay, so can you lean in a little bit? There we go. All right, so that is the soft brown, and then I'm going to add a little bit darker color with Texture. And I'm not gonna do a very dark eye on Ashley. she doesn't like the a lot of makeup look, so shut your eye and raise your eyebrows. And so this will just add a little bit more definition in the crease. And again, this color texture, soft brown and texture are so nice to bring out the blue in eyes. So we're gonna, that's as dark as we're gonna go. So my goal with Ashley is to not have her wipe it off when she's done, because
I do that.
Yeah. Okay, and then I'm going to use this other side of the brush. It's a fluffy side, and we're going to blend, blend, blend. And that's just so it doesn't look like, you know, obvious where I've put the shadow. Sorry if I'm breathing right into your face.
No, you're good.
And this is my favorite matte color, Honey Lust. I put this on Annie as well. I just love this color. Annie also had really pretty blue eyes, so. And I'm putting this on the inner corner. And Honey Lust provides like a little bit of shimmer, a little bit of color. And you don't want to put like shimmer all over and, you know, have glitter everywhere, but a little bit on the inner corners kind of opens up the eye.
Not a huge fan of glitter.
I know. Ashley loves her glitters. Okay. There we go. Alrighty. So, I am going to line her eyes now. On the upper lash line, I'm going to use Prussian from MAC, which is a dark blue color. Not that you can see anything in that, but I'm just going to line the upper corner, or the upper lash line with this dark blue, because the blue will help to bring out that color. So shut your eyes, raise your brows. And having them shut their eyes and raise their brows makes that skin taut. So it makes it easier to apply the liner. So I'm starting on the outer corner, little tiny strokes toward the inside, and I don't line all the way to the inner corner. And that's for the same reason I said before, when you have really dark colors on the inner corner, it makes your eye look squintier and smaller. So we're not doing like this huge thick cat eye or anything, just a little bit of color for definition. You swing me up, there you go. Okay, so if you lean in, shut your eye. There you go. I just leaned in, I'm like, hi.
That was close.
Okay, alright, so Ashley is not going to want a ton of liner on the bottom because, again, it's not, you know, the makeup look isn't her thing. But I'm going to take this lighter blue color here, and I'm going to use a liner brush. And you can see it's flat, like an angle brush. I can never get it to focus on the brush.
That one.
Yeah. So I'm going to have her look up, and I'm going to put it into her waterline and her lower lash line. And it tickles to do that.
It does tickle. Oh, look.
Yeah. So you can see like a little bit of color just kind of brings out her eyes. And because this is a light color, it's not going to look super harsh and, you know, like she's wearing a ton of makeup. It just kind of brings it.
Yeah.
I guess she knows what she's doing a little bit. I don't know.
Well, no, I thought it'd be darker. So it looks nice.
Yeah. See, so it brings out, learn something new every day.
Well, yeah.
Well,
that makeup, but yeah, all the time.
This is the brush that I like that goes in and out. So I'm going to put a little bit of, just keep it like half open. There you go. Just to define her lashes. Open a little bit more. It's really hard to put mascara on other people. Mm-hmm. It's a lot easier to put it on yourself. So don't try to have somebody else do it for you. Open a little bit more. There we go. And since Ashley is blonde, her lashes are also blonde, so. Right, yeah. All right, so we have already put foundation on. We've done the eyes, done the brows, and I'm just gonna put a little bit of concealer underneath her eyes. And so I'm going to use this drugstore brand that I love, Maybelline. It is 25 in medium. This is, it just goes on really, really nicely, and it's not super thick. We don't want like a ton of makeup because this is Ashley. So I'm just gonna dab a little bit on either side. And you have to work fairly quickly because it dries. So I'm using the same brush that I use for most of my concealers. And I'm dabbing. And I'm not like stroking because if you do that, then you'll get like brush strokes into what it looks like. So you want to dab, dab, dab. And add more as needed. It's like I always say, it's always easier to add more than it is to try to take away too much product. And the other cool thing that you can do with concealer, I always put it on after I do shadow because, you know, number one, if there's fallout from the shadow, you can remove that and then put the concealer on. But also, you can kind of tighten up the line. Like if you want, you know, that line to be a little bit more precise on the outer corners, you can bring up the concealer a little bit on the outside of your eye and it'll lift your eye. You don't want droopy eyes. So, concealer, we're not gonna do any contouring on Ashley. Because it's Ashley.
We don't want her to take it off.
My favorite pressed powder brush, we're gonna fluff it all over her face. Fluff, 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 fluff. You got your hair. Whoops. So the powder always helps to set everything, and I'm only gonna put a dab of blush, just so she's like kissed by the sun. Just a dab of my favorite blush. This is Amazonian Clay Blissful. So we're gonna put it, Ashley thinks I'm taller than I am. We're gonna put it on her cheeks. Make sure again that we're not putting it like too low. We always wanna lift the face and not drop it. Okay, so a little bit of blush. And do you like the amount of blush that's on?
I do.
If she didn't, we could always put more powder on over it to tone it down. But since she does, we're gonna leave it. And we're going to put on Benefit's Pinking of You lipstick.
Oh! Get a makeover.
So I'm just gonna put like a light little bit on. Go ahead and rub that together. Okay. Because we don't want like too much color. We have a little bit of blue on the eyes, so we don't want to be like crazy with, you know, the colors. And then I am layering MAC's Dazzle Glass in Smile over it. This is one of my favorite glosses. It does have a little bit of glitter, but not like crazy. And it adds like a nice sheen to whatever gloss or lipstick you're wearing, and it also looks good on its own too. And then of course my favorite final step, highlighter. Even though we did do contouring and highlighting, I still love that little sheen that you can put on cheeks. And for this highlighter I'm using MAC's Skin Finish in Gold Spill because she's got like a little bit of a golden look. Both her coloring is golden and the colors we have on her eyes. So I just put a little bit on the brush. Little goes a long way, and we just dab on the very tops of the cheeks. So look to the sides and you can see. Okay, so close up of Ashley. Shut your eyes. Wonderful. All right, so this is how to bring out some blue eyes using browns and blues. Enjoy. Thanks for watching.